Hi guys, this is question 12 on the Unit 1 Summer 2019 Wjec past paper, and we've been given a binomial expansion of 2 minus 5x to the power 8. We've been asked to find the number of terms, we've been asked to find the fourth term when the expansion is in ascending powers of x, and the greatest positive coefficient. So the first thing we need when attempting any binomial expansion question is Pascal's triangle, and this is just a nice little pattern. If you haven't seen it before, I'm going to draw it out now. Okay, so we start with 1 at the top, and then either side is going to be 1, so it's going to be, we're going to add the parts that are either side of our new part. So here we're going to have 1, so either side of this new part we're going to have 1, add 1, so that's going to be 2 and 1. So the sides will always be 1, so we're going to start with 1, 1 add 2, 3, and here it's going to be 3 and then 1. We're going to have 1, 3 add 1, so 4, 3 add 3 is 6. Then we're going to have 4, 1. And we're going to go do all this. So this is power 0, the top one. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're doing it all the way down to a power 8. So we're going to have 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. We're going to have 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. So 1, 7, 21, 35, 35, 21, 7, 1. And the final one is going to be 1, 8, 28, 56, 70, 56, 28, 8, 1. Okay, so it's quite long going all the way. We normally get asked to about power 4, but this time for some reason we've been asked for power 8. So it's quite interesting triangle. It's we have a lot of patterns within here as well, and what we see is that we have 1s on the outside, and if we ever get lost on which one we're dealing with, we know that anything, so x to the power 0 is always just going to be 1. Okay, so that's my first check, and then my second check is x squared, x plus, well, I'll just call it a plus b squared, so a plus b all squared, and we know that's going to be a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, and you see how they have the same coefficients, so we'll have 1, 2, 1. Okay, so let's use this now. So the line I'm using is the power 8, which is this whole line. Okay, and for normal questions we normally have to sub in this 2 minus 5x, and the way we do that is we write out our coefficients. We're going to have 1 plus 8 plus 28 plus 56 plus 70 plus 56 plus 28 plus 8 plus 1. Okay, and now we're going to have, so if I was to use, just as an example, a plus b power 8, so because I'm dealing with power 8, I've got my coefficients. And then what happens is we sub a and b in, so as we go down these coefficients, a will start at 8, b will start at 0, so we just know anything to the power 0 is going to be 1, so we don't write that in. Well, I'll write it in, but it's just going to cancel. And what we do, as we go down these coefficients, our a will decrease, our a power will decrease, and our b power will increase to the opposite. So now I'm going to have a7, b1, I'm going to have a6, b2, I'm going to have a5, b3, I'm going to have a4, b4, I'll have a3, b5, and I'm going to have a2, b6, I'm going to have a1, b7, and then I'm going to have a0, which is 1, and b8. Okay, and so we've done that for a and b, a plus b, but what we actually have is this 2 minus 5x. So what I'm going to do is sub 2 in for a, and then minus 5x for b. And because this is power 8, it's quite large, so it'll have to take up multiple lines. So here we go. I'm going to have 1 lots of 2 power 8 plus 8 2 to the power 7 minus 5x. I'm going to have plus 28 2 power 6. Sorry, that's a 7, just in case it's not clear. So this is power 6, and then I'm going to have minus 5x power 2, and then I'm going to have plus 56 2 cubed minus, 2 power 5 minus 5x 3. Okay, so plus 70, lots of 2, lots of 4, minus 5x power 4. I'm going to come down again, so I'm going to have plus 56, lots of 2 power 3 times minus 5x power 5. I'm going to have plus 28, lots of 2 squared, lots of minus 5x power 6. And now I'm going to have plus 8, lots of 2, minus 5x power 7. And then last one, so I'm going to have plus 1 a0, so I'm not going to write that in, minus 5x power 8. So you wouldn't expect to normally do this. I'm just showing you how on a normal question this is what you would do. And we've been asked to find the number of terms, so we could have worked that out just from using these coefficients. So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So for a, we can have 9. We'll just have 9 terms. And we can use what we've already done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we know a is 9. So let's try and find the fourth term when the expansion is in ascending powers of x. So b. So do we have ascending powers of? Yes. So here our x powers are slowly going up. So we have here will be x1, here x2, here x3. So we have it in. So we ask for the fourth term. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is our fourth term. And we have 56, lots of 2 power 5, lots of minus 5x cubed. And now we're just going to expand this out. So we're going to have, I'll type this into a calculator, 56 2 to the power 5 is 32. Minus 5 cubed will just be minus 125 x cubed. So now just multiplying all those numbers. So 56 times 32 times minus 125, I'm going to get minus 224,000 x cubed. So that's my fourth term in ascending powers of x. And now we're after the greatest positive coefficient. Okay. So my greatest positive coefficient. So my positive coefficients are when my minus 5x is to the power of an even number. That way, because when we have minus 5x times minus 5x, so this is just minus 5x squared, what we expect to happen is this minus times a minus is going to turn into a positive, so that's just going to be 25x squared. So we need we'll only be dealing with positive powers of positive minus 5x. So these powers of minus 5x need to be positive. So that will be this one, because we have 2, so we'll have this one, we're going to have this one, we're going to have this one, we're going to have this one. Okay, so there's a couple ways we can do this. The first way could be just to check them all, which might be a bit long, but we'll do that just to be sure if we have time. So 28 to power 6 minus 5 squared. So this is the third term. Let's do the fifth term, which is 70, lots of 2, lots of 4, minus 5, power 4. So am I missing my x's? So the greatest positive, no, so I don't need my x's. So 7th term, which is 28, lots of 2 squared, minus 5, 6. My 8th term, my 9th term will be just 1, lots of minus 5, power 8. So now just put those into a calculator. 28 times 2 to the power 6 times 5 squared. That's going to be 44,800. This one will be 70 times 2 to the power 4 times 5 to the 4, and that's 700,000. Okay, and now the 7th term, so 28 times 2 squared times 5 to the power 6. That is 1,750,000. Then my last one is 5 power 8, which is 390,625. So I know my largest power positive coefficient is this one. That's my 7th term, which equals 1,750,000. Okay, and halfway through I noticed that I didn't use this first term. I guess it's because I kind of assumed anyway that that would be too low, because we'd have 2 to the power 8, which will only be 256, so it's well below what we needed. And that's everything. Cheers. Hi guys, if you found this video useful, please consider liking and subscribing. All written notes will be available in the description. Best of luck with all your exams, and I'll see you in the next one.